Hey guys, back at you with another video. I'm recording this on my phone, which may actually turn out to be a little better quality than the camera I typically use, but oh well. So anyways, this is a little bit different from most things. So normally what, I'd cover would be the networking side of everything. But this time, this is about the rack that's sitting behind it now. Which, yes, I know the cables look awful. This is literally just in a testing phase right now, so they're all just kind of laying there. I may just release this as a short little introduction to it, and then a second part will come out hopefully by Saturday, and that'll be the first outside test of this. And what this is a 5.1 channel outdoor movie surround sound setup, essentially. So what you've got is you got the main controller monitor, so before you have the projector going, you can set up everything, and you have the computer running it all. Just a little i5 in there, running Windows 10. Even though the sticker says Windows 7, it's Windows 10. It's a Dell Optiplex 780. Or that one's actually 790, my apologies. One Rockville RPA 14, one Rockville RPA 12, and then two Crown CL2 amps running it all. Technically, this system can push well over 5,000 watts of power. I will only be using about 2,700 watts worth of power. And what's all going to be driving it is there is one up there. Those are PV115s. And then if I go across, there's one over there. That's a PV115. And then down here, I've got two more PV115s. Behind the scissor lift, which we'll just meander on that way. And try to hold my phone decently stable. You have two PV118s, and these are 18-inch subs. So the one is to signify the number of drivers. The numbers after that is the size of the driver. So 115 is 15-inch driver, 118, 18-inch driver. And then if I meander on over here, you can see besides the sun, there is a dual PV118s up there and a PV218, so that's dual 15-inch drivers up there. So 4 total PV115s, 4 total PV118s, and 2 total PV215s, my apologies. And so all those speakers get taken down, which luckily now we have a scissor lift, makes it even easier. And they will be set up propped outside. These two will be paralleled together, acting as a center channel. The PV215s will act as your left and right. The subs will all be one bank on the front. The one sub I replaced an even more powerful Scar Audio sub, so that'll be on its own channel on the RPA. I may just do the RPA 12, it may be big enough. And then the 3 subs will be paralleled on a separate channel because I can get on the Scar Audio 18-inch sub, I can get that down to 2 ohms, so it'll do fine on one channel by itself. The other subs, they're all 8 ohms, so 8 divided by 3, it's like 2.33 or something like that, or 2.66 ohms is what it comes out to, some number around there. So they'll be fine each on a separate channel, and they each will consume about the exact same amount of power, so it'll be good. And then the RPA, what I may end up doing is doing the RPA 14 as the subs, which is the top one. Second from top is the RPA 12. I may do that as a center channel. The top crown amp, which is this one right here, that one I may do as the front left and right, bottom one as rear left and right. So these speakers, the same style that are going in the back, because these will be the exact same ones in the back. So single 15-inch driver, the 115s will sit on stands, and the ones up front, because of the slope of the hill that we're dealing with, which you'll see in the second video, they will be sitting on the ground right next to the subs, with the subs going 215, 2 subs, the dual 115s, and then 2 subs, and then another 215 as your main front stage, basically. And then the rear surround speakers, I have equalizer or APO equalizer or something. I think it's equalizer APO with the Peace add-on. Basically gives you a better GUI to work with, or actually gives you a GUI to work with, I guess you should say, because I don't remember if equalizer APO actually has one or not. I'm using that to set the delays and everything for all the distance, because I'm dealing with well over final speaker travel distance is going to be in the upwards of 100 feet before it gets to the human ear where people are going to be sitting. So I'm going to tune that for center of area. Delays are going to get a little bit off, but it's going to be within a 15-20 foot margin is the hope. Max of a 30-foot margin, so it'll at least be fairly accurate when it gets to the human ears. But yeah, so this is the plan. These network cables coming down, so these actual ones right here go over to my workbench, which is in basically that catty corner of the shop. So I need to attach those so I can make this really long network cable. This is like 200 something feet. Maybe not quite that, it may only be like 100 feet. Make that one go all the way outside to run the computer. And then the computer has a sound card in it. The sound card is the Asus Zonar XONAR SE. So it's this one. It's basically just a USB headphone amp card is what they call it, but it's a 5.1 channel surround sound amp, so all the movies will be 5.1 channel surround sound, so they'll get driven properly through all the amps. And the back side, messy as all get out, but there's the sound card. There is the NVIDIA T1000 graphics card running everything, and then you have both the amps and then 2 more amps down there. So 3 separate circuits are going to be dedicated for this, 320 amp circuits, just to handle all the power. And then all the speaker runs and everything. I've already got all the cables left to be set up. So Friday is the first test of solo by myself, getting stuff tuned in, play some white noise, use a EQ microphone, which I have, to kind of dial in the EQ. And then when the movie night comes, that basically means that I have the entire equalizer preset and ready to go, essentially. So yeah, that is the plan. Just a quick video getting all this out. So amps are no longer in this rack. Now this rack is freed up for maybe a couple servers to go in there as a kind of off-site backup, quote unquote. Just because it's one building away, it's technically off-site, but not really off. I don't know, I guess you call it off campus. It won't be because it's all on the same piece of property. But yeah, so this one's completely on wheels. You can see the casters down there, so I can just grab it and wheel it on out. So, but because it weighs probably every bit of 200 pounds now, maybe even 300. It's got a lot of weight behind it. And then all these cables hanging here because these Crown CL2s are commercial grade amps, which actually would be normally situated. Oh crikey, I'm just going to drop things and not point the camera at the right angle. Which actually be situated originally in a movie theater. Funny enough, I got them for 300 bucks for 4 of them. 2 work, 2 don't. So I just put some speak-on connectors on there with a piece of wire that then just terminates into the back. That with some ring terminals, so they can just be plugged in. But yep, that'll do it for this short little update video. Next one will be getting everything finalized, showing off the projector I plan on using. Cause I may even do like just a movie night by myself, just to check, make sure everything sounds good, acts good, make sure there's no real hiccups, and not get out the inflatable movie screen and everything else, because that's just a nightmare by yourself to deal with. But yeah, basically this was a quick rant, quick update, stuff like that. I don't know, something along those lines. People that are on this channel probably know exactly how I roll, and that's basically just easy come, easy go. So yeah, stay tuned for the next update. Hope somebody at least finds this kind of interesting. If you want to do an outdoor movie like this scale, instead of doing powered speakers with XLR cables to all of them and only don't have any actual head end amps or anything like that, you could do that, but I got these speakers for dirt cheap. I've been sourcing amps for dirt cheap. Might as well just do it. So might as well do it for the cheap price that I can do it, and I'm going to be able to do all this for under $5,000, maybe even under $4,000 by the end of it for all of this. So, but yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the people that watch this, watching and listening to my rant and seeing exactly what's going to be coming up. But anyways, take care and have a good day.